Hello everybody, this is CQ and welcome back to Shards of Infinity. I have already come to intersection 5 and just gone through the gate of the area called Mount Olympus. Now, they're doing something a little different today. I'm actually adding in the commentary for this episode after filming and editing it all together, and that is because I don't know, something happened while I was recording and the audio did not come through. I mean, you get game sound effects, but nothing that I said during this whole time came through. So I thought the best way to do this was just to kind of watch the video as I had edited it and talk about it while it plays. So in this episode, or this area, actually took a couple of episodes to finish, and I do have audio for the next two episodes, but this one, I don't know what happened. I can see that creeper there exploded. Now, the only thing on this little island was this temple, and there's some signs in here to read, giving a little more background on the story. And once I light it up, we'll take a look at that and see. As soon as I came out of the portal, I pretty much just bridged up to this island. There were a few smaller islands with nothing on them but a couple of trees, and this is the first time we actually come across something. So the signs say, "Hello, weary traveler. We are the Order of the Shards. We are blessed by the voices of the gods. They speak to us and us alone. Each of us has made a pilgrimage to fields of infinity, and we have brought a small token of worship to our homestead, our temple. Lo, as an act of our altar," or something, I can't read that very well, "our guiding light through the ever-increasing darkness that looms over this forsaken world. Revenge is coming. We are mere tools. His fury shall swallow us all." It's hard to read those signs. So, I mean, that sounds a little foreboding, and I think at this point I was just kind of wondering what was lying in wait. And with this, I just suspected that there might be a hidden spawner in there, but there wasn't anything. So, after grabbing a few extra blocks, we run back outside into the light. And I just run around the island really quick, doing a cursory check for any chests that might be on the surface or any spawners that might be a danger as we make our way back and forth. You know, should I die or something? Now I'm just gonna bridge across, and as you can see, night fell while I was bridging out here, and we have all sorts of people trying to greet us as we enter the temple. This area, well, I'm still mystified by this area, and a reason for that will become apparent later. I don't want to spoil what happens, but I don't know, there was just, I didn't find what I was looking for, I guess. And make myself a way back up, and we're going to, well, kill this zombie. Oh, that sword that I have on me, that gold sword, it's actually a Unbreaking 10 sword that I got in a chest from a previous area, and I brought it along with me hoping that it would survive longer than that Unbreaking 7 fire aspect sword that I used in the last area that died awfully quick. And it did a little bit, but it still was no Sword of Awesomeness. So now I'm just kind of surveying the area and figuring out how to break into this. I can hear all sorts of mobs, and there's only one place they could be coming from. So looking in here, it's just a large dark chamber and all sorts of good stuff in there. Looking for that cheaty skelly. And so I decide to break in and just, well, after I kill this spider, I'm gonna do some Indiana Jonesin'. Get rid of the immediate threats. There are these big obsidian plaques on the wall, which you can see a bit later, I think, and I have no idea what they're supposed to signify, really. Explosion! And I think this is where I decide just to run around and light up what I can. Yep, there you go. All sorts of stuff. And one thing that I hadn't noticed when I was first looking in, as you can see on the right there is a staircase. So after I light up, I'm going to head over and go up that staircase. And here in the floor is just a little patch of obsidian, which is marking something. And we'll figure out what that is in a little bit. But first, I'm going to let those creepers explode each other. And then I'm going to make a run for that staircase in a minute. Oh, that could almost have been a record right there, couldn't it? Oh, crap. Oh, creepy creeper. I couldn't see very well, but that looked like it should have given me a record. Alright, so here I go up the stairs, and there's all sorts of guys following me. I mean, that just looks insane. And this is not a fire aspect sword. I mean, there's some sort of glitch. And I've gotten it before on this map, and I think it has something to do with the change to anvil. But I don't have a fire aspect sword. They're actually being burned by daylight. Somehow, even though very little of this is actually open to daylight. So up here are just a couple platforms with nothing really special. You can look, it goes up quite a ways. And here's another one. And taking a look up, see there's very little daylight visible up there, but here I look over to the left and see I missed a platform with a chest on it, so I go back down to find out what that is. I hadn't noticed that there was another staircase coming off of this platform when I was coming up. 3 iron swords. Well, I figured I was set for weapons at the moment, so I would leave those for later if I needed them. And so I could come back for them. Creeper just fell down from somewhere. He's just hopping around there like a little excited puppy. Don't know what his AI was doing right there. We've still got quite a ways to go up. And here comes a zombie. And I just shoot him off the platform. And I think we're almost at the top. Once we get past these two, I think there's one more staircase and one more platform up. Explodey creepers. So up we go. There's a creeper hanging around on that obsidian over there. And this is the top. You can see how that roof is open to the sky in some places. You can get up there. So we've got some bricks, which I need blocks, and an efficiency 3 pick. I kept having a problem of running out of blocks in this area, so those come in handy later, I know. So I head back down, and we've just come to the bottom of the stairs, and I want to inspect this obsidian thing. a little better. Just kind of peeking around, you can kind of see there's a ladder down there. And so I go around to the other side and try and figure out how to get down there. And the ladder is actually underneath the obsidian itself, so you can't go down there unless you have a diamond pick, which of course we're not lucky enough to have at this point. Again, I'm just confirming that the ladder is there because I wasn't sure if I actually saw it or if I just thought I saw it. And checking to see if there's a way to get down there, which of course this whole thing is pretty much surrounded by bedrock, so making a staircase, go find out. And that sight right there just, oh, that fills me with something. I mean, you can see there's another obsidian doorway very similar to the, well, exactly like the ones we had in previous areas. In particular, the very last area where we had to bust through a couple of those with our iron pick. Oh, and as soon as I get down here, you can hear the ghasts. I decide to go over to the second tower and leave that doorway for now. I just wasn't in the mood to sit there and pick at it for 8 minutes. So I come over here, and I don't know where all the slimes were previously, but now this whole area becomes just infested with them, and it drove me absolutely crazy. Says, hello traveler, you look tired. You may rest here if you like. If you have come this far, then no doubt you have, and the sky's in our way, met our brothers, the Order of the Shards. We were once among them in the time of peace where gods and men lived happily together. But during the uprising, our brothers began to follow a new leader. He led them here to Mount Olympus. They carved it to what you see today and drove the gods far from here. So that gives another little bit of lore to this whole map. This map is sort of, the official name of it is Trials of the Gods, and Shards of Infinity, Trials of the Gods. And the story behind it is that these gods that used to rule the lands have disappeared, and the humans are enslaved, and there's a new society that has taken over, and there's an ancient evil, and our task is to unravel the mystery of these gods and save the world. So I mean, that's kind of fun. One thing that's been fun about this map is this sort of ongoing lore that we've come across in several areas where we get just a little bit more of the storyline. You can see all these islands and these clouds. I did explore them, and I kind of cut all that out just to save time because I didn't know how long I wanted to do this whole adding the post-commentary. Here I notice again that this is open to the sky, so we go up and to see what's up here. And of course it turned nighttime and greeted by a spider. So here's one of the clouds that you can see from the bottom, and I want to climb on top of it and see what we have. And that was just a fail jump right there. So as soon as we get up here, you'll see a spawner, or a couple spawners in a chest. Spiders, of course. And get it some lights down before they have a chance to spawn too many. And then we're going to open that chest and see what's inside in a second, but first I just want to light up so I don't get spawned on. Take back a couple torches, because I always seem to put too many because of lag and just an overzealousness with the torches. And in here we have some bedrock and a protection 1 diamond chest plate, which is really sweet. Now I come over here looking over the side so I can get a top-down view on these islands and clouds, as you can see towards the middle of the screen, there's a chest on that cloud. Oh, that had, I believe, a pair of gold feather falling level 4 boots in it. And you can kind of tell, although it's really hard to see from this video, that a couple of these dirt and grassy islands have chests on them as well. And I think here you can see another one. Yeah, there's one on that island. It was sorted to the very right tip of the island. And this island over here, I believe, had a chest too. So here we are back at the obsidian doorway, and I came back here because I can't think of anything else to do. And while these slimes are going crazy, I'm just gonna sit here and pick away at that door and find out what's behind it. And that's the end of this episode. There will be regular audio in the next one, but for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!